We're having our luncheon in Munchin. And the luncheon happens to be a Wonka chocolate bar. So you say to yourself, well, that's got to be Willy Wonka. And who's this fellow right here? Well, this is Peter Ostrum, who is the Charlie in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Actually, that's the book. And the movie is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And you're the guy who gets invited into this factory, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Now, how do you do this? Actually, there are, Mr. Wonka decides what, to put 5...
He decides to put 5 golden tickets inside 5 of his Wonka bars.
These chocolate Wonka bars,
yes.
Right.
And if you get a Wonka bar, you get to go in. Mm-hmm. It's a very big mystery because the factory gates have never been open in like a couple of years. And the factory is going full blast, and nobody knows who runs the factory.
Now, you're kind of a poor youngster, right? Don't have too much money.
No.
But, boy, you want to get in there, don't you?
Yes.
And then the first gold tickets...
Goes...
it goes to... Who gets the first one?
I think...
The fat one, or the...
Oh, yes. Augustus, I think.
Yeah.
He eats and eats.
He sure does. What's his name?
Augustus Gloop.
And then the second one goes, and the third one goes, and the fourth one goes. And then what? You see in a paper that the 5th gold invitation was, gotten in Argentina someplace, or somewhere in South America.
and everybody thinks that there are no more golden tickets left. And the next day I see, or a couple days afterwards, that it was a fake, and there's still one more left.
And then your grandfather helps you to buy this, don't you? You find some money. You're going to take it over to your grandpa, who is Jack Albertson, and you buy a Wonka bar, and you open it up, right?
Yeah.
Good chocolate in there. And you take this wrapper off, and will wonders never cease? My goodness.
A Wonka ticket.
A Wonka ticket inside, and there it is. And I'll put the chocolate down here, and here it is, the golden invitation, which reads, what does it say?
Wonka's golden ticket. Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket, from Mr. Willy Wonka. Present this ticket at the factory gates at 10 o'clock in the morning of the first day of October, and do not be late. You may bring with you one member of your family, and only one, but no one else. In your wildest dreams, you could not imagine the marvelous surprises that await you.
There you go, and that is really the basis of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm talking with Peter here in Munich, Germany, where they've set up a fabulous chocolate room. There is an actual river of chocolate.
Yes.
And a waterfall.
And a waterfall, and pipes and everything.
Oh, my. And, you know, Pete says that nobody has ever been inside the factory for 2 or 3 years. Nobody knows who runs it, yet it is going full blast. And then some little green-faced men, men with...
Green hair
and orange faces show up, and they're called...
Oompa Loompas.
They sure are. These are the guys who are running the factory, right?
Yes.
Now, Willy Wonka helped them, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. You see, he went to Loompa Land.
Yeah.
And all the Oompa Loompas were getting eaten up by the hornswoggles and things like that. And he decided to bring them to his factory where they could live in peace and help him run the factory.
And so you see, you're introduced to the Oompa Loompas. You're introduced to this person who eats and eats and eats. You're introduced to a chewing gummer, one who does nothing but chew gum.
And a person who was very spoiled.
Right, very spoiled. We've met 1 or 2 of those, I guess, in our lifetime. And a television buff, one who wants to watch nothing but TV. So you see, you're going to meet a lot of characters. Now, Peter is being introduced in this film. Gene Wilder stars, co-starring with Jack Albertson. And this is your first venture into this type of a role,
yes.
Young man. You're from Cleveland? And he's a Cleveland Browns fan. He told me that the Browns would whip the Eagles any time and twice on Sunday. Be that as it may, Peter, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to seeing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and this young gentleman who's going to take you on the tour.